Hello and welcome to a short explanation of Tuckman's team development theory. Through this very quick video we will look at some of the origins of the theory and what the theory actually looks like. As you may imagine, this was put together by a gentleman called Tuckman. He's an American psychologist with a particular interest in group development and group behaviour. The theory was developed back in 1965, but it still holds water today. People still believe in it and feel that it's robust. Tuckman was particularly interested in the way that groups changed, or the way that behaviour changed within groups, and he noticed that through those changes there were some distinct stages that he was able to clearly identify. Originally he picked out four distinct changes, but later went back to his theory and added a fifth, feeling that his ideas needed a little bit of refinement. So we'll work through these four distinct stages very quickly. The first one that Tuckman identified was known as forming. This is when people come together in the team or a project is put forward for the first time, and people are always unsure of what the future will look like when they start forming. And there tends to be a sense of apprehension, but also a sense of excitement because the future is unknown and they don't really know what it is they're able to accomplish. What Tuckman then talked about was what's called the storming stage. So this is quite a turbulent time within the team. People are quite guarded during the forming stage. They don't let their true personalities come out, and they'll behave themselves really quite well. But during the storming stage, true personalities come out, and that can often lead to conflict as personality clashes start to evolve and disagreements start to happen. We then move on to the third stage, which is the norming stage. At this point in time, people have resolved their conflicts and are working together really quite well. They feel comfortable with each other and are quite happy to take ideas from each other and give feedback as well, which is a really important stage of the development process. Finally, on the fourth stage is performing. So all the challenges and difficulties of the earlier experiences are now out of the way, and the team is performing to its full potential. Usually if a team makes it to this stage, whatever goals they've been set from the onset, whether it be working on a project or maybe it's just a sort of general pattern of work that's expected, they'll achieve those goals and targets really quite effectively. But what Tuckman realised when he closed his theory was everything must come to an end. Projects end, teams break up and people move on. So I identified a stage called mourning, or adjourning as it's sometimes called. And this is when people feel uncertain about what the future is going to hold, because they're going their separate ways, projects have been finished. And this is a real time to actually celebrate successes and look what's actually been accomplished with the team. And where this is really important is we can then see team development theory not as a process but actually as a cycle. So group dynamics are constantly changing, so sometimes as new members come into a team, this process can actually start all over again. It can end with an adjourning process with somebody leaving a team, and when the new member comes in, group dynamics will change. They've got to go through the whole forming, storming, norming and performing process again. Okay, thank you for listening.